Okay, so account number, if you remember from this that we got yesterday, it's on your blank notes on Google Classroom. The account number is this number at the end. The 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, which is this one. And it is a 7-digit number. So, and you'll see it on everything, all your checks. It's on your deposit slips. It's very useful when you have to write an electronic check because you have to put in your account number into the computer. Next is a bank statement. Okay, so the bank statement is usually done digitally now. They'll send you a copy of it through email. And it just lists all the checks that have gone through. It gives you all the deposits that have gone through, and it tells you your starting balance and the ending balance by the time they pulled all this information. Well, when you get it, you just go through and you check and see what's missing on there. Believe it or not, the bank does occasionally make mistakes. I've had it done to me like a couple of times. And if I wasn't checking my statements, I probably would have never caught it. Like one time, I went through the drive-thru and I was depositing a check, and I guess the person behind me was depositing a check too, and they deposited my check into their account. So that check never came through. And luckily, obviously I'm going to miss that, but it was messed up. Now, I don't think I've ever had a check actually mess up, but it could happen. So you just need to double check because, it's run by people. Although computers do a lot of the work, it is run by people, so it can be messed up. All right, the next one is the starting balance. Okay, so the starting balance is usually the first thing you see on the bank statement, and it's going to match the ending balance from the month before. It's just whatever that you had to end with the last time they sent you the balance or the statement. And then it'll go through all the withdrawals and deposits and everything so that you can double check and make sure that nothing's missing. And if something's missing, figure out why. Okay, then obviously ending balance. Okay. So ending balance is obviously where the statement ends. It tells you how much, when they pulled the information, how much was in your account. It's usually not what shows up in your checkbook, whether you actually have a handwritten checkbook or if you just have an app on your phone that's your checkbook. That's what I have. And so what you got to do is just double check and see what's missing, and if that makes up the difference. You're reconciling those two numbers. You're making them match up. So you have to do that work. Outstanding deposits. It's one of the things I was saying that you had to look for. So these are deposits that don't show up on your statement but do show up in your checkbook. Next are outstanding checks. Now, checks could also mean debit card transactions. Debit card is the same thing as a check. It's just a lot easier to do. Okay, so outstanding checks, obviously, checks that are in your checkbook, but not in your on your bank statement. These are checks or debit card transactions that have not cleared the bank yet. So they have not gone through so that that money can be pulled out yet. So that's usually when you're showing that you have more money in your account on your bank statement than you actually have. And then reconciling is verifying that the bank's records and make sure that no mistakes have been made. Like I said, it does happen. Not very often, but it does happen if nobody's looking, and you might be out some money. Be wary of, weird deposits that just show up out of nowhere. Be careful, don't spend that money because you are responsible for returning that money if it's not really yours. So even if the bank does make a mistake and it's in your favor, sorry, I have something in my eye, and they put something in your bank account that shouldn't be there, eventually they're going to find out, chances are, because wherever that's supposed to go, that person's going to notice. So if you spend that money, they're still going to get it. So you're still going to be responsible for that money. Reconciling just means you're trying to get the bank statement and your checkbook to match up. That's what reconciling is. So I know it's crazy, but we're going to stop there. I'm going to let you finish up anything that you're missing, including yesterday's assignment, especially since some of you were out yesterday. Good luck. And if you are finished, then good luck.